Hello, welcome to today's lesson. Today I'm going to show you how to make a frequency table and bar graphs using pandas. Pandas is one of libraries of Python programming language. In today's lesson, I am using two datasets. One is a dataset for one variable, and the same dataset I used it in our last video for those who watched it. And I asked those who didn't see my last video where I showed the frequency tables and the bar graphs using R to go to my videos and watch it. But if you are interested in Python, then you are welcome to this lesson. The data set was about numbers of days of sick leave taken by each of the 50 employees of a given company over last 60 weeks. And the numbers were listed in a data set. Now let's start by importing. Let's first insert a cell here and import our pandas library. Import pandas as pd and create a series which will have our value for the number of days taken by each employee. How do we create a series in pandas? Just take pd dot series and you enter your values. Let me copy them, otherwise I have to write one by one, but since I have them here, I can copy them and paste them here. Yeah, and I have the series. For those who are new to pandas, please, when you are creating a series, make sure that this S is a capital letter, otherwise it will not work. A series, S should be a capital letter. We have our series, and since we have our series, we can go ahead and create our frequency table. Let's add another cell. How do we create a frequency table? Just take X and dot value counts. This will result in a frequency table. Yeah, here you go, and you can see that there is 12 employees who did not take any sick leave during the last 6 weeks. 18 employees took 5 days of sick leave. 8 took 1, 5 took 2, and 5 took 4 days. 5 took 7 days, 4 took 3 days, and 2 took 8 days. And only one needed just a long sick leave of 9 days. And note that these are absolute frequencies. If you want to have relative frequencies, you have to divide by the length of your variable. Let's see how we can make relative frequencies. Let's add another cell. We can do it by taking X. Let me, for instance, call this frequency table as A. Yes, and then I want to transform these absolute frequencies into relative frequencies. I will take A and divide by the length of our variable X. Yeah, length of our variable X. Yeah, then you see that we have 0.24. And if you want them to see them as percentages, you will need to multiply by 100. Then you will get percentages. 100 like this, then like this. and you have 24% of employees did not need any sick leave, 60% needed 5 days, yeah, and so on. And how can we make a bar chart from this frequency table? Let me see how we can do it. We can just take our frequency table, if I call this P, to differentiate the relative and absolute variable, absolute and the relative frequencies. Then let's construct our bar chart, starting from bar chart of relative frequencies, and relative frequencies are stored in A. Then you take A dot plot dot bar to mean bar charts. This will result in our bar chart. Here you go, and you get your bar chart constructed. And if you want bar chart for relative frequencies, you will use the frequency table to create that one. Then you have take B dot plot dot bar. Here you go. So yeah, here you go. Then you get your frequency table. So what if we don't have just one variable and we have many variables, like in this example that I have told you, and you need to make a cotangent table? I want to show you how to make a cotangent table using cross tabulation from pandas library. First of all, we need to make a data frame from these values. Okay, now we can add another cell and create a data set that will contain our variables. Let me call it data, and I save it as a data frame. Then pd dot data frame. Make sure that D is a capital letter and F is a capital letter. Data frame, and I will add our variables, the gender, age, and grades, age, and gender. And if you want to see how the data set looks like, here, grades and ages and gender in the third column. So if we want to make a cotangent frequency with this data set, how do we do it? Let's insert another cell to show you how to do it. Yes, let me call it, for example, close tab and equal. Now I'm going to use the cross tab function from the pandas library. Then pd dot close tab, and you have to choose which variable. For example, we need to know how much our students performed based on their gender. Then we have to start by the gender, then data dot gender, and the other variables will come after. Yeah, and other variables can come after in a list like this. Data dot, we have grades, and that data dot age. Yes, and so if we want to make a plot for this frequency table, or if we want to show, if we want to show the frequencies, what do we do? Just write the cross cross tab and enter, and here we go. We have our contingent table by gender and age. Yeah, you see. So let me interpret this contingent table. It means that the people who has grade age, grade A, they only have 17 years old, and one of them is a female and two of them is a male. And people who has grade B, some are age, they have 18 years old, 19 and 20, and among them there is one female of 18 years old and one female of 19 years old, one male of 19 years old, and one female of 20 years old. And student with C grade, there is only one student who got C, and she's a male, and he's a male. And there is two students who got D grade. One is a female of 18 years old, and the other one is a male of 16 years old. All right. So now from this contingent table, how do we create a bar chart from this contingent table? Let's add another cell and see how to do it. You just take your cross tab, I mean this one, and dot plot. And what do we want to plot? The kind of plot that we need. You have to add the kind of plot that we need is a board plot. Then you put board there, and the angle of rotation should be 0. Then load equal to 0. Yep. And if we press Ctrl Enter, we will get our plot there. This is the region, and we can change the location of this region, adding the region. Let me try and show you how to do it. We can add the region, like let's call, for example, this our plot as A equal. Then we can add a region to our plot, then a dot region, and we can add, for example, a title, then title, and we give it a name. We name it title equal, for example, performance per gender, performance per gender, and we can add where our region will be located. Then what we do is B box to anchor, and you choose the location where you want to locate it. Let's say at 1111, and where exactly location is at the upper side, in the left side, and then upper left. There, for instance, like this, and let's see what they change. Yep, here I go, and we got our frequency table, our bar chart, like this. And I think this chart is a bit hard to read, but if we try to read it, you can see that we have F for female and M for males, and for those who has grade A, they are only age they are only 17 years old, got A grade, and this the blue, some are, there are two who are males and one is a female. Then the sum will make 3, as we have seen it from this table. 1 female and 2 male, then 3 people got grade A, and so on. But if we, for instance, are interested only in gender and their grades, the grades that they got, the grade that student got based on their gender, without taking into account the age, we can just remove this age here and do the same, and what we will get something like this, and which is easier to read in this case. Yeah, in this case you will see that only 1 female got grade A and 3 females got grade B and 1 female got grade D, and 2 males got grade A, 1 male got grade B, and 1 male got grade C, and 1 male got grade D. Yeah, and you can see that we have been able to create bar charts in pandas. There is many ways to create bar charts. We can also use the matplotlib library, but not today. Maybe next time, if people are interested, I can also show you how to do it using matplotlib. But let's stop by today and see you next time.